But the level, the difference in the hateration, the pettiness, the jealousy that comes from one former player versus the other former player is stark.
Caitlin Clark is arguably the most transformative player to ever play in the WNBA. She is bringing in new fans to the league every day, giving the women's game a huge boost with her amazing performances, but her historic N.C.A.A. scoring record, her record-setting rookie season, and her cultural popularity has sparked not just envy, but a troubling wave of outright hostility from some of the biggest names in women's sports and media. From on-court fouls to racially charged insults and baseless attacks on her integrity, this isn't just about competition anymore. In this video, we will discuss the top 5 individuals perpetuating the animosity, from verbal jabs to physical aggression, culminating in a disturbing trend of racism and resentment. Stick around to see how this culture of animosity, if left unchecked, could lead to disaster for the league.
Thursday night, Indiana Fever and Atlanta Dream played. Indiana Fever is where Caitlin Clark plays. Atlanta Dream is where Brittney Griner plays. Now you tell me what it looks like Brittney Griner is saying here.
For the ticky-tack fouls that we were talking about earlier today.
For a little bit of context, this was in the fourth quarter after Brittney Griner fouled out against Caitlin Clark, and Indiana Fever would go on to win by 5. Now I'm going to tell you what I think she said. Let's play it back. Looks to me like she is saying trash and then calling Caitlin Clark a bleep white girl. Just a reminder, this is who Joe Biden traded for the Russian merchant of death.
Sassy Brittney Griner, trash effing white girl. Brittney Griner had not made overt attacks like others on this list, until recently that is, but her dismissive behavior toward Clark during games and in post-game interviews speaks volumes. Last season, after facing Clark and the Indiana Fever, Griner brushed off any acknowledgement of Clark's skill or impact. While some viewed this as veteran confidence, others saw it as condescension toward a rookie who is helping lift the league's profile. Griner remained largely silent during escalating incidents, refusing to speak up even as Clark faced targeted aggression. In a league striving for unity and growth, her passive stance amid controversy reflects poorly, especially as Clark endured more disrespect than support from fellow stars. But does Brittney Griner hate Caitlin Clark? In a recent game with the Indiana Fever, Griner and Clark got caught up in an incident on the floor where Griner received a foul. Later in the game, after fouling out, Griner was caught on camera ranting, where it looked exactly like she was saying trash, effing white girl. The W.N.B.A. has yet to comment on any investigation, but with the indisputable evidence available, I would bet one is coming soon.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with breaking news hot off the press. So it looked like Jamil Hill has called Caitlin Clark a racist after new footage surfaced of the Ryan Howard exchange. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go.
4. Jamel Hill gaslighting the narrative. Veteran journalist Jamel Hill has played a key role in shaping the media response to Caitlin Clark's reception in the WNBA, but not in a supportive way. Hill always seems to take the antagonist role when it comes to Caitlin Clark. It fits her image of always bringing race into any conversation. Hill downplayed repeated cheap shots and public hostility toward Clark by calling it just competition, and dismissed any racial motivations behind the treatment. In a recent game between the Atlanta Dream and Indiana Fever, things got a little heated between the Dream's Ryan Howard and Caitlin Clark. A few words were exchanged, but all in all, it looked like any other physical type play that you regularly see in professional basketball. Howard got in Clark's face. Clark was seen saying, "I'm not afraid of you," but that was it. It was short-lived. But enter Jamel Hill. Hill saw the exchange and claimed that Clark was the one who is racist. Somehow in Hill's world, when Clark stands up for herself, it's racist. Even more troubling, Hill was caught deleting a tweet after a disturbing arrest involving a man stalking Caitlin Clark, prompting outrage online. Critics accused her of hypocrisy and double standards. One commenter summarized it best: "You've built your brand on speaking truth to power, but when a white woman is targeted, suddenly it's just basketball." Her refusal to acknowledge the racial element has helped gaslight the entire conversation around Clark's treatment.
People are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that.
3. Angel Reese. Trash to talk turns toxic. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have shared a rivalry since college, but Reese has repeatedly escalated that rivalry beyond the bounds of healthy competition. In one of the most disturbing moments, Reese turned a recent hard-take foul by Clark into a near brawl as she tried to fight Clark after the exchange, only to be held back by other players. Afterwards, Reese shared a viral TikTok labeling Clark as a scared white girl, with the caption, "White girl running away from the fade." This racially charged statement wasn't just inappropriate, it was deeply offensive, and many called it reverse racism. ESPN's Monica McNutt said, "If the roles were reversed, oh Lord," acknowledging the double standard and how racialized comments are tolerated. Former NFL star Robert Griffin III, who once claimed Reese hates Clark, now appears vindicated in the eyes of many. Reese's silence amid backlash speaks volumes. She has not retracted or apologized, despite the racial undertones of her attack.
Can you break down that situation that happened?
Yeah, it was just like a nice little tap, like I'm here. I think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. Then maybe there was a little clip of somebody yelling in my face. And then we go down the court. Then I hit a little bucket, you feel me? Come down, hit a little nice little mid-range pull-up. And then I just just give her a little I'm here. It happens in basketball, and it's just one of those things. But
how Chennedy Carter, the cheap shot, heard around the world. Chennedy Carter's infamous body check on Caitlin Clark during a June 1st, 2024 WNBA game instantly went viral. With the ball not even in play, Carter delivered a brutal shoulder hit, knocking Clark to the ground and reportedly yelling an expletive beforehand. The WNBA later upgraded the foul to a flagrant 1, and even Angel Reese was fined for her reaction afterward. What made it worse? Carter refused to answer questions about it post-game, smirking as if it were a joke. "That's just basketball," she later said dismissively, but fans and commentators saw through it. The action was not only dangerous, it was deliberate, and many viewed it as an attempt to physically intimidate the league's newest star. Fast forward to the 2025 season, and Carter has found herself without a team this year, as nobody seems to want to take a chance on a player who viciously went after the league's top star. In a preseason interview with streamer Neon, Carter had a chance to clean up her image and take ownership of her actions. Instead, she doubled down. Carter said her flagrant hip check of Clark was just a little "I'm here" tap. She even went as far to say that Clark had elbowed her on a previous play. Her refusal to take responsibility for her actions could certainly be one of the reasons that caused the Chicago Sky to release their top scorer. Carter now finds herself out of the WNBA and playing in Mexico.
You asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year, and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record?
Number 1 on our list, Cheryl Swoops, a legacy tarnished by lies. Topping this list is Hall of Famer Cheryl Swoops, whose behavior toward Caitlin Clark has gone beyond opinion and into personal slander. Appearing on the Gills Arena podcast, Swoops made several false statements, including claiming Clark had an unfair 5th year of eligibility and that her success was driving her Indiana Fever teammates away. The backlash was swift. "Cece ain't worried about this wannabe. All lies," Swoops tweeted after fans called her out, yet those lies were her own. Even Fever players refuted her claim, essentially telling her to shut the hell up. Critics were brutal, with one viral response reading, "Is this your twin in the video, or do you have dementia that you can't remember what you said?" The former MVP has since doubled down, refusing to walk back her accusations. Fans have called her jealous, petty, and embarrassing, noting Clark has already outpaced Swoops' rookie numbers. Her vendetta now feels personal, and sadly, it's tarnishing what was once a pristine legacy. Swoops, too, finds herself out of a job as she recently was removed from the WNBA's Dallas Wings broadcast following her comments about Clark.
So many WNBA players hate Caitlin Clark so much when she is the best thing that could have happened to the league. And she's not the best thing that happened to the league because she's white. It's because she's a good player. It's because she's the best player.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie making waves. She's a symbol of growth, excellence, and change. But with that spotlight has come an unrelenting barrage of criticism fueled by jealousy, coded language, and even racism. Whether it's TikTok slurs, locker room rumors, or physical fouls, the campaign against Clark is real, and it's ugly. But here's the part the league cannot afford to ignore. The backlash from fans is coming, and it could devastate the very momentum the WNBA has worked decades to build. Clark has brought millions of new viewers, sold out arenas, and brought unprecedented media attention. Yet those same fans, many of them new to the WNBA, are already questioning whether the league values its rising stars or protects them. You can see it all over social media. If this is how they treat her, I'm done watching. They hate their own success. This league doesn't deserve her. This isn't just frustration, it's a warning. If fans perceive the WNBA as a place where greatness is punished rather than celebrated, they'll walk. Sponsors will follow, ratings will drop, and instead of rising, the league could stall or, worse, backslide. This moment is bigger than Clark. It's a test for the WNBA's leadership, players, and media ecosystem. Do you embrace growth, or are you a gatekeeper? If this culture of animosity continues unchecked, it won't just hurt Caitlin Clark. It will hurt every woman in the league who wants to build something bigger than herself.
They are extremely jealous and won't say it. They want to make it like it's typical basketball. But no, they have made it very clear. Angel Reese, the Brittany Grinders, that nobody cared about their league before she came, and that hurts them.
If you found this video insightful, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest takes on the WNBA. Drop your thoughts below. Is Caitlin Clark being unfairly targeted? Do you think the league is doing enough to protect its stars? Let's talk about it before it's too late.